What are the chances your favorite NHL team makes the playoffs next season? I'm going to be using this wheel right here to get a random NHL team and I have to put them in 4 categories to see where they'll finish next year. The 4 categories are going to be no chance, it's possible, very likely, and 100%. Does your team have what it takes to make playoffs? Let's find out. All right, guys, make sure to drop a like and subscribe, guys. It really does help a lot. It really, really does. I know you're not subscribed, so make sure to do that right now. Let's get straight into this video. We're going to do about 7 teams this episode. Make sure to check out episode 1 to see if your team was in that episode or not. Let's do this, baby. Let's do this right now. First team, who are we going to get? Who are we going to get? And it's going to be... Oh, come on. Come on. My Pittsburgh Penguins. All right, so this Penguins team, obviously Kyle Dubas has done a good job this offseason with the team, and obviously still things could change. We could get Erik Karlsson. A lot of things could change in Pittsburgh, but most likely it's going to be it's possible because we didn't make playoffs last year. We have obviously the core in Pittsburgh, Crosby, the Tang, Malkin. We have those guys. We still have a very good top 6 with Getzel, Russ, Raquel. Defenses, it's okay. Goaltender is a little iffy and Jari. So I think it's possible. I wouldn't say very likely. I'd say it's possible for the Pittsburgh Penguins, but I'm really hoping it does, or I'm going to be very, very upset. Next team here, team number 3. Who is it going to be? It's going to be the Boston Bruins, who broke the NHL record last year for the best NHL season ever. Can they recreate that and make playoffs again? I'm not going to say 100%. I'm going to say very likely for the Boston Bruins because the Atlantic Division is very, very tough, and so is the Metropolitan. So obviously, top 3 in the Atlantic will not be the easiest. Toronto, Tampa Bay, those teams could. I can see Toronto 100% beating them. Tampa Bay, they've had more rest than they've had more rest this year than they've had the last 3 years. So maybe that helps them out. Obviously, the team did get a little worse, so who knows about that? But I can see them jumping out. I can see them jumping ahead of them. Florida Panthers just went to the Stanley Cup Finals. They're going to be a really good team, right? They're going to be a really, really good team. We'll see if maybe the Panthers go ahead of the Bruins. And if they just go down to the wild card, now they care about the Metropolitan. The Metropolitan is not an easy division. Carolina, Devils, Rangers, Pittsburgh, Islanders. There's a really, really good teams here. And if Bruins fall to the wild card, I would not be surprised if they somehow miss playoffs. Obviously, I do think they will. So I'm going to say very likely, but there's always a slim chance that they don't. Okay, let's go to the next one here, boys. Next one. Whew, that was a tough one, man. That was a tough one because they just broke the record last year. Like, they got to make playoffs. Next one here. The LA Kings. The Los Angeles Kings. I'm between very likely and a 100% after this Pierre-Luc Dubois trade. But I'm going to say very likely because I don't like the goalie situation down in LA, man. They lost Korpisalo, and they only have like career backups in net. Who is it? David Riddick, Copley, and I forgot the other guy. My fault. Comment down below. I just forgot about him. It's whatever. He's a backup goaltender. They're backup goaltenders. So like I feel like that might be an issue. They still have a really, really good team. Team up front is unreal. Very, very good. Defense is pretty damn solid, but it's not the best defense in the league, obviously, with no good goaltender, or at least a great goaltender. It might be a little scarce for the Kings. I'm guessing they will make it, but I'm going to say very likely. I don't think it's 100%. Okay, next up here, let's see who we get. How many was that? Was that 4 or 5? I don't really remember. We're doing 2 more. That's all that matters. Okay. Minnesota Wild. Okay, this team is very, very interesting. The Central Division is getting way, way worse, in my opinion. Way, way worse. But I'm going to say 100% lock for the Wild. And you're like, why? They're not the greatest team. I know. But it's all about the division, if I'm being honest with you. It's all about the division. Predators, I mean, they got better over the trade deadline, but at the same time, they're not great. Let's be real here. They're not great. Their depth on their team is not the greatest, whatever. Jets, they're getting worse. Coyotes, they're the Coyotes. They got better, honestly. They did get better, but they're not going to be contending for the playoff spot. And they have the 3 big teams in the Central: Colorado, Dallas, then the Wild. So those 3 are 100% locks for the top 3 in the division. It's just however they flip-flop with each other. So I'm going to say 100% lock for the Minnesota Wild, unless something crazy happens, but I don't see that really happening. So I'm going to say Minnesota Wild, 100% lock. Is this the last one? No, I'm going to do 2 more now. I'm going to do 2 more. One more after this. That's going to be the Washington Capitals. The Washington Capitals, 100% no chance of making the playoffs. They're not going to make the playoffs this year. This team isn't that good anymore. And I feel like I say this every time I talk for the Capitals. I feel like they only care about Ovechkin getting that goal record, and it makes sense. You want that to be for your franchise. You want that to happen, and your franchise to be known for having the best goal scorer of all time. I get it, and you guys aren't really helping with these players. I know you got Pacioretty on a good deal or whatever, on a low risk, high reward deal, but at the same time, he's not going to make you a Stanley Cup contender. Let's be real here. You're not going to make playoffs. You won't be dead last, but I wouldn't be surprised if you're bottom 10 in the NHL. So I think that's pretty obvious in my opinion. So I would say no chance for the Washington Capitals. It's kind of weird to say, but that is that for the Capitals. Bye bye Ovechkin. I'm kidding. Last one here of the episode. This is episode number 2. Make sure to subscribe so you not miss out episode number 3 and every other video I post daily. Just saying. San Jose Sharks, this is gonna be a quick and easy one. They're not gonna make the playoffs. They're gonna probably get bottom 3 in the NHL. They're a really bad team, especially when they trade Carlson. They're gonna get even worse, even though I don't know how that is even possible, but it is whatever, guys. That is whatever. The Sharks are not any good, so no chance is 100% correct. 100% correct. Make sure to comment down below if you guys agreed with these picks. What do you think about these teams, and what do you think about your team? And are you excited for episode number 3? Comment down below more video ideas for me to do in the future, guys. It really does help out a lot. Make sure to hit the subscribe button while you're down there. And thank you so much for being here, guys. It really does mean a lot to me. But once again, guys, be great. Don't forget that, guys.